Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Porchlight Letters podcast number 2318, Family Time. My apologies for being on so late as well. I am 3.5 hours late today, but that's okay. I know it's like 9:30 on Pacific time. We're still on the day. We can still get this in. We're done. Okay. So why am I on so late? Well, I had to work this morning like usual. I usually do because it's Friday in the US. So I had a very early start. I was online at 4:45 this morning. And then my next time I had to get back online was at 9 o'clock for my regular work schedule. And had a really busy day on the chat. And then as soon as the chat finished, excuse me, we had to jump in the car and head to my brother and sister-in-law's place to celebrate her birthday. The start time was 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock. We left before 6 o'clock. We got home about 20 minutes ago. So in the last few moments while I was on the chat, I would, I had the blinds closed ready to go. I didn't have to be on camera. And I ran into my room and grabbed my clothes that I had ready for it and came into the office here and changed while I was monitoring the chat, doing things like this. And so as soon as my time was up, got everything logged off, got my invoice sent in for the week, and put the clothes I had been wearing back in the bedroom, got my shoes on, went to the bathroom, and then I was ready to go. And it was 2 minutes past 2. I was ready to go, or 3 minutes. And we didn't actually leave until 1:07, which is really funny because the day we did this exact same thing, to head up to Tauranga to see my brother, we left at 1:07 p.m. So we got in the car. Mum had the cake, but my mum and dad went down and got the cake this morning. It was fabulous. I think I have a picture of it. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of it. Let's have a look. I haven't posted the picture yet. Oh, I do have a picture of it. So this is the cake. It's a Black Forest cake. But this is it here. It's got cherries around the top along with those little chocolate fan things. It was my sister-in-law's 70th birthday. She had no idea what it was. We actually sent her a picture of the box. This is sitting in the box, and we had a lid that was on it. And so we sent her a picture of the box with the lid angled on it. And there's this little sliver about this big. And we said, oh, here's a picture of your cake. And that's what we sent her. She couldn't see what the cake was like. It was a complete surprise. She absolutely loved it. Then when we finally sliced into it, where is it? Yeah, these are the layers that were inside. So there were 4 layers of the chocolate cake, and in between the layers there was the cream with cherries on the inside. It was really good cake. It was difficult to cut, but we got it all cut and everything else, and it was fabulous. It was fabulous. And I have to tell you, because the other perfect pictures there. These are my toasty pies from last night that I made in my toasty pie maker. So these have got egg and cheese and a little Tuscan seasoning in there, which was basically rosemary, garlic. What else is in there? Garlic, rosemary, and I can't remember what else was in there, but it gave it a really good flavor. And so there's my toasty pies. And you can see here around the edges where it was sealed by the toasty pie maker. And it ended up that Mum and Dad's event didn't go as long as they thought it would go. And so I said, well, you can have toasty pies with me. They're like, okay. So I made them toasty pies, each with an egg in theirs. Dad had cheese on his, Mum didn't, and they absolutely loved them. And I haven't had a toasty pie since I was 17, and I'm going to be 59 next week. You do the math. So that was a really cool thing. And I'm so glad I love my toasty pie maker. It came with a little recipe book. You can even take a full sheet of puff pastry. You lay it across the bottom of the thing with the excess hanging over the handle. You put your fillings inside, and then you fold the rest of the puff pastry sheet across it. Then you close it up, and it seals and the toasty pie maker seals everything. And then you just cut off the excess once you take it out, and you leave it for about 3 to 4 minutes, and it comes out cooked perfectly. And so this was a really good. It was a beautiful thing. But anyway, we got to my brother's place. It took us just under 50 minutes to get there. And so we got in there, took the cake inside, got it all set up so my sister-in-law could finally see it. She absolutely loved how it looked and everything else. And then people just started arriving, and we helped get things set up. We got caught up with her three sons. Her three sons were there today with their wives, and two of them have kids, so they were there with their kid. Well, actually, no, one of them wasn't there with his wife, but he was there with his kids because his wife is overseas right now. But he brought his three kids. The oldest one was there with his three kids and his wife, and the youngest one was there with his three kids, but his wife was overseas, and the middle son was there with his wife. And I met them at the wedding, which was a few years ago. I last saw them at my brother's 50th, which was 6 years ago. And neither time I've never actually had time to sit down and chat with them. Although the youngest one I have, because he was doing the wedding cake, so we got a little more interaction with him. But the other two, I hadn't had a lot of time to get to know them and their families. And so I got to do that today, which was awesome. We got to get to know them a little better, had some conversations with them, had some conversations with people who I last saw 6 years ago at my brother's 50th, got caught up with people that we knew. And then there was a whole bunch of people we got to meet for the first time, which was awesome. But Mum, Dad, and I kind of hung around the kitchen area, sorting out food, drinks, and all that sort of thing, which was fine. And people came over and chatted with us, and that was cool too. But Susan's middle son made this really cool caramel crunch thing. It had a layer of crunchy caramel on the bottom, and there was chocolate and cinnamon in this thing. I don't know all the ingredients, but it was delicious. It was totally delicious. And it's a recipe that his wife's mother makes a lot for family functions. And so his wife got the recipe from her mom, but he's the one that made it. And it came out, it was amazing. And there was all these little pieces left in this container. And so like, well, they're broken. They don't have calories. I had way too much sugar today, way too much. Somebody bought these Afghan type cakes that were like a dark chocolate that had M&Ms in them. And I said to somebody, I said, these are like Afghans. I said, they're just missing the cornflakes in there. And they're like, yeah, they are, aren't they? They were really good. We had hot savory stuff. I got to eat some potato chips. The last time I ate potato chips was probably about August, September timeframe. I kind of just gave up on them for whatever reason. But these were New Zealand potato chips, and I haven't had them in a long time, and they were so good. So good. And I got to have somebody bought in this box of chocolates, which had mini bars of favorite candy bars. And so I had, the sun's come out now. The sun's been hidden behind clouds all day. And they had Turkish Delight in there. And this one, they have Turkish Delight, which is coated in chocolate. It is so good. And I got the last one out of the box. But we basically ended up standing up because there was a lot of people that were sitting and they didn't have enough seats for everyone. But we had a really good time. It was a good party vibe in there. My sister-in-law totally enjoyed herself. My brother ribbed me like he usually does. I ribbed him back. It's okay. We go backwards and forwards with that. But we still ended up with a big hug at the end. But the cool part was that when I left, I knew that I could come back. But we're going to be seeing them next weekend when they come up, because we're going to celebrate. My birthday and Mum's birthday is this coming week, on Tuesday and Thursday. And so normally if we are together, we would celebrate on the 10th in between, which is my aunt and uncle's wedding anniversary. But because that day in between is a Wednesday, we're putting our celebration off until Saturday, and then my brother and his wife are going to come up and join us for our birthdays. And so we're going to get a double celebration with the birthdays. But we just had so much fun. And after a lot of the people had left, there was just family left. So there was Susan's boys were there with their families, and Mum, Dad, and I were there, and Craig was there, and we just sat down and chilled for a little bit and just chit-chatted for a little bit. And then it was time for everybody to start getting up and going. And so we had a good run home. We had a good run down there. But on the way home, I'm like, oh, I still haven't done my live. I was going to do it on Transmission Gully, but I wasn't sure about cell service, so we didn't. And I checked at one point and we had no service, so I thought, well, thank goodness for that. So here I am. So this is today, family time. I love family time. It was so much fun to be having family time. So I do have some reflection questions about family time. Number 1, what is one moment from recent family time that made you smile or laugh? Oh, we had so much fun and laughter today, a lot of it. Number 2, how do gatherings with family and friends help you feel more grounded or connected? They just do, because you're around people who are, some are blood related to you, some are not blood related to you, but they're part of the family. Like Susan's boys, they're not blood relations of mine, but they're still family. And the cool part was we found out her oldest son is celebrating his 20th wedding anniversary on my mum's birthday. How cool is that? So that's going to be cool. Number 3, what role do milestone celebrations play in strengthening family bonds? I think it's the fact coming together and celebrating that person who has that bond. I noticed at one point that she had her wedding album out and was going through that with a few people as well. So it's bringing up those memories, telling those stories, which was really, really cool. Love that part. We got to tell some cool stories too. And number 4, who's someone you reconnected with or got to know better recently, and what did you learn about them? Well, the oldest son, I learned his wedding anniversary is the same day as my mum's birthday, and they'll be celebrating 20 years this year, so a milestone wedding anniversary. The youngest son is heading overseas. His kids leave with their grandparents this week, and then he follows the following week to go over where his wife has gone, so they can all reunite and be together for about 6 weeks, because she's gone home to her home country and has been working over there, and so they're all going over there to meet up, and we'll spend the kids' summer break because the schools get out not next week, the following week. They get out on like the 16th, I think it is. 15th, 16th, somewhere around there, 17th maybe. And then they're on their summer break till the end of January. And then they're all flying back home at the end of January in time for school. So the kids are going to get a great summer break, meeting with their mother's family over there and spending time with them. And then they'll come back. So it's going to be a great thing. And I'm not sure what the middle son's doing, but I know they're all planning to get together for barbecues and things. So it was great hearing them make plans and stuff like that. And I know Susan was happy that her boys were sitting there talking to each other and things like that. She says they don't get a lot of opportunities to get together and just sit down and talk. And they were able to do that today. And she just loved, seeing them be able to do that. So that's it from me. Take time with family. Just one of the reasons I came home was to spend more time with family. And I'm getting it in huge doses, huge doses. And the cool part is that when I leave to come back to my parents' place, of course I'm traveling with my parents because they got the car, I don't. But when I leave to come back home, I know that I don't have to wait till my next visit to see them again. We can see my brother and his wife next weekend. Not sure when we're going to see her kids again, but just knowing that we're in the same area, and that I don't have to wait for my next trip to New Zealand to visit people or reconnect with them. So taking this time, the first 3, I've been here a month now, so taking the next 2 months just to start reconnecting with people that I know in New Zealand and reaching out to them and saying, hey, I'm in town, want to get together and all that sort of stuff. So once I get my car, I'll be a little more mobile, but I'll probably end up going down to the train station and catching the train into Wellington to meet up with people that live in that area, or taking it out to the hut. Excuse me. Still got this freaking cold. I will tell you this. I took this, Breathe. It's a roll-on. Breathe roll-on. Oil mix. This is the rollable thing. And I went to my reflexology points on my feet where it's for lungs, and just rubbed this stuff all over that reflexology area, and then immediately put my socks on. And so that helped a lot. Yes, I did cough while I was at Susan's and Craig's, but then there was a lot of time where I wasn't coughing as much as I had been. And if I did, when I did cough, it was a few coughs in a row and then nothing for ages before it started up again. So that was doing its work. I also had it a little bit in the nostrils here too, so I could get it every time I breathed in. But putting on reflex points on your feet It helps a lot. So I am out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. He kōnera.